Hi, good morning, fourth graders. Today we're going to learn about a new presentation software called Sway. So first I would like to take you to my PowerPoint to learn a little bit of background. Then we're going to look at our virtual handout. We're going to look at Sway together, and I'm going to show you how to create your own PowerPoint or your own presentation. And then we're going to do a quick Kahoot to summarize what we learned today. So first I want to take us to our PowerPoint. So, learning about Sway. What is Sway? As I just said, Sway is a new and exciting way to present our work. So, it's similar to PowerPoint, but it has many differences that may make it a little challenging at first. Benefits of Sway: we can add different forms of media. We're not going to explore this option today, but it's good to know. We can use different forms of technology, so we can activate our Sway accounts using laptops, smartphones, and other technology. Allows tons of exploration and creativity. You can add your own personal touches to your presentations, can easily search for pictures, can share your presentation using a link. We're not going to explore that option today, but it's good to know for the future, and automatically creates your presentation with the information that you supply, but you can still change the way that you want to set it up. So you can change the format of your Sway account from what it automatically set it up to be. Some challenges of Sway: it can be confusing when first getting adjusted, but hopefully we'll squash that with me guiding you through the process. It's similar to PowerPoint, but it's not the same as PowerPoint, so our old knowledge can't be transferred over to Sway. So PowerPoint and Sway are both presentation tools, but they are both very different to get adjusted to. And some of the features are too advanced for our grade levels, like the media, adding media in, so we're not going to look at them today, but it'll be very helpful for us to look at them in the future. So our virtual handout, I'm going to show you that a little bit later, but you all should have received a handout that you can keep the information, and then if you ever want to go back and look at what we learned in another year or another subject, you have it right at your fingertips. And it's just all the stuff that we went over in our PowerPoint so far. So our warm-up. Everyone's going to log into Sway. We're going to create a small presentation about ourselves, and our presentation will need to include a title page, 3 facts of ourselves, and a picture. So we're going to all do that together. Let me just pop up my Sway. So it'll be helpful for us all to see it and work through our struggles together. All right. Oh, and before we get started, here's our virtual handout. So everybody should have this in front of you, and it's just the benefits, the challenges, and some other resources that we can look into. But the benefits and the challenges are just the ones we went over, but just so you have this information that you can take home if you want to make a presentation or whatever else you might need it for. So this is the Sway that I already created. It's about me. It has a little summary right there about myself. It has 3 facts about myself. I put my favorite hobby, my favorite food, my favorite animal. You can choose to do this, or you can choose to do other facts about yourself. And then I have a picture of a surfboard because I like to surf. So now I'm going to guide you through a similar process so we all know how to do this together. And I didn't explain that, so let me go back real quick. So we're all going to click Create New. So after we click Create New, it will take us to this page. So in your title, your Sway, I want it to say something along the lines of about me. So about me, about Miss Minutelli, whatever you decide it to be. And you can choose a background. So how to do that, you click background. And right here, you can search for any picture that you want. So I'm going to do an elephant. I want everyone's to be different, so don't just do what your neighbor did. Do something that's unique to you. And I'm going to drag that picture over there and exit that out. So now I have about me and a picture of an elephant. So now I press this little plus at the bottom, and I want to add some text. So I'm going to say I want everyone's to be different again, but I'm just showing you an example. And I said, hello, I am Miss Minutelli. Here is a little bit about me. So now that we have that, we can click over here and view what it created for us. So notice it's different than last time. Every time you create a new sway, the format's different. But if I want to change that, I can just click Remix, and it made a different format. So you can click Remix, you can go into Design, and change the design of it into whatever you want. But for now, we're just going to keep it like this, unless you want to click Remix and change it up a little bit. So I'm going to come back over here, and I'm going to press that same little plus arrow. And this time, I'm going to create another text. And in this text, I'm going to say, I want yours to be a little bit more in depth. This is just an example. I like surfing. Oh, forgot that R. I like mac and cheese. My favorite animal is an elephant. So after we do that, we can click over here, see what it looks like. Click on back, and we're going to add an image. So to add an image, we click that same plus arrow in that left corner. We go down and pick the image button. And over here, we can type in any image that we want. So I'm going to do a surfboard. And it's just loading, so we need to wait a minute. And then I can choose any surfboard I want. So I'm going to choose this one. And I just drag it over to the image box. And if I wanted to caption it, I could caption it. I'm not going to, but you can. And then I'm going to play my presentation. So about me, my little disclosure, click over here, what I like, and my picture. So that's just the gist of learning how to do sway. As you can see, it's super quick to do, and once you get the hang of it, it's very easy. I can answer any of your questions if you have any. And now we're going to conclude our lesson with a quick Kahoot assignment. So I need to restart this because I did it with my other class. And we are going to start a new game. Whoop. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. We're having some technical difficulties here. All right, here we go. All right, so we've all played this before. Just type in that number that you see at the top. Ours is 640221. So after we type in that number at the top, everyone should show up at the bottom. And then I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about what we learned today and your opinion, and I'm gonna have a couple opinion questions. So our first question, do you think that sway was a helpful presentation tool? So this is an option question. There is no right or wrong answer. So the class decided that this was a helpful presentation tool. I agree, and I hope that we can use it more in the future. What are some challenges with sway? So we talked about this in the PowerPoint earlier today. And we were all right with this one also. It can't be I'll never use it in the classroom, because this is a helpful tool and we will use it in the classroom. It allows me to be creative. That's not a challenge, that's more of a benefit. And there are no challenges with sway. It can be a little hard to get adjusted to at the beginning, so that is a challenge. So that one would be wrong. Next, sway allows us to add different forms of media into our presentation. True or false? Correct again, you guys are on a roll. So this is true because although we didn't do it today, we can add Facebook and YouTube into our sways, But we did add some pictures, so that could technically be a form of media. So we did learn how to do one form of media today. And our last question, during our warm-up activity, I could easily use Sway with the help of my teacher. This is also an opinion question. I just want your feedback. Oh, good to know. So you all thought it was helpful. You all thought it was easy with my help, and I think after you get adjusted to it, it's easy as well. So that concludes our Sway presentation and getting used to it. I hope you all were easy to access it, and we'll use this in the future for other classes or different grade levels and look further into the information that we discovered today. Have a great night. Bye, class.